Hello, class. Welcome to QSO 640. It's Dr. Randy Butler, and I'd like to go over with you real quickly what's required this week one. I'll be doing these videos on a weekly basis, hopefully on Sunday night. Maybe sometimes it'll be on Monday, depending on my work schedule. But overall, you should have it at the first of the week. To begin with, I'd like you to go to the Getting Started tab that's located in the discussion board and provide some information on yourself and your previous experience with project management. Specifically, if you want to go into some project that you worked on and what level, as a team member, as a project manager, that kind of thing. And also, if you want to share some of the experience as we go through the topics in the discussion this term in the discussion board. Let's get right to week one on the discussion, the selection of the stakeholders. Initial post, of course, is due to Thursday night, and follow-up posts are due on Sunday night. Any discussion posts that are late past Sunday night will be a 0. Key information on the processes. Let me go down here and bring up the discussion board, and we'll look real quickly at what's required. Let's zero in on this last sentence here where we're talking about the process of your organization, or from academic requirements in the selection of project managers, team members, and key project stakeholders. There's some keywords in here. The process is one. Talk about the process. And of course, these last three all three of these entities have to be discussed: project managers, team members, and project stakeholders. So if you just do the project stakeholders, there'll be points taken off for the other two. If you just do project managers, there'll be points taken off for the other two. If you do 2 of them, again, it's based upon you must do all 3 of them. Project managers, team members, and stakeholders. Okay, responding to your peers. Compare and contrast. Selection processes, again, keyword processes, and critique how the existing processes identified by your peers may be improved. Keyword here, or keywords may be improved. If that's not there, there will be points reduced because of not following the requirements of the assignment. So make sure you understand each one of the discussion questions. Let's look real quickly at the rubric in the learning module. The rubric specifically talks about the requirement. Let me get to it real quick here. There is a specific requirement here to have a reference to scholarly or peer-reviewed source to support your discussion points. This is only for the initial post. It's not required for the engagement post, but you must cite that both in text and at the bottom of the discussion. It must be scholarly peer-reviewed. Normally .com resources are not acceptable, so make sure you use scholarly or peer-reviewed sources to support your discussion post. And also make sure you look at all of the value of the points here in respect to the rubric, what's required in each area. Both the comprehension, which is the initial post, and the engagement are worth 20% of the grade. Critical thinking, if you drop a resource, you'll get a 0. For that particular area, that's 30% of your grade. And in this case, I think these discussions are worth 30 points. So that's, 9 points right there. And working with writing mechanics and citing, make sure your in-text citing and your references are all in APA format. Okay, going back to Module 1 in Blackboard, let's go to the next area, which is assignment and week 1 of the assignment 1-2, and we'll look real quickly at that. In 1-2, I want to go to the rubric. You can see the rubric here. Now, it's a PDF document, and what I did, I took the PDF document and I converted it to Word. So I highlighted specifically what you need to be looking at. To do a kind of a combination of a graphic and a short paper here where you talk about autonomy and you show the relationship and organizational structure. Okay, The information about the different organizational structures are located in Module 1 of MindEdge. So be sure you look at that and make sure your discussion and your graphic points that the what is it authority and how is it in the context of the organization structure. Again, there are some suggestions here on different types of software you could use to create the graphic. It's fine just to use PowerPoint, Excel, or a Word document to do it in. You can do graphics in those. Point out in the graphic in each area, you must illustrate examples to get the highest grade. And again, here, just to get proficient, you've got to be able to discuss the organizational structure as it relates to the items. So make sure you do that, look at each area real closely, and be able to identify specifically what the organization structure is and how each one of these specific areas relate to it. I want to point out something real quickly here about the value. This is sometimes overlooked by students. In the case of authority, you may write 4 paragraphs about authority, and I've seen other students come along and they write 2 sentences on autonomy. You have to really make sure you balance all of your, if you're going to write 2 paragraphs here, you need to write 2 paragraphs here, you need to write 2 paragraphs here. You need to be able to make sure you're covering all of these areas with the same amount of detail. And again, you must have a source here. It must be a scholarly or peer-reviewed source to be able to support it. That's 15% of your grade. And you also must be able to cite it correctly, an APA 6, and also use in-text citing. I'm very tuned in to looking for in-text citing throughout the document. So that covers the assignment 1-2. Go back to my PowerPoint here. Again, this is due by midnight on Sunday night in your time zone. Questions, any questions you have, please use the general questions tab so everybody can see your responses, the response that I give to the question and your question. That helps everyone in the class. If you have any questions, please put them in the general questions also for me. If it's something personal, of course, you can email me directly. Information is shown in the instructor link to Blackboard of how to get in touch with me. Again, thank you, and hopefully that what we have here will work very nicely if you understand specifically about each one of the assignments going through. And if this is not working out or you're having problems accessing it, please let me know. Thank you, and enjoy the class.